Hi guys, so I promised you a part 2 of the video and I'm here again to continue the story. If you haven't watched the part 1, you should definitely check it out. It will help you to understand my story of what triggered bipolar disorder for me. It was an environmental factor, a traumatic loss, a significant loss in my life, the loss of my beloved boyfriend, now ex-boyfriend. So that vacation, when I went home, I knew something was wrong with me because I was so restless. I remember one night I went to my brother and told him that I needed to sleep beside him. Like, I wasn't feeling good. So we were on the bed together and I spoke the whole night. Now I know it was a symptom of bipolar disorder because one of the symptoms are racing thoughts and flight of ideas, and you keep like excessive talking is also a symptom. So I kept talking the whole night and couldn't take it anymore. He told me that I should go to my parents' room. So I went there. I spoke the whole night. It didn't make me feel any better either. And my dad and my mom, they have issues with their blood pressure, so both of them, their blood pressures were just spiking. And that's when they knew something was wrong with me, because I was now acting like a crazy person. I wouldn't want to bath, I wouldn't want to brush my teeth, I wouldn't want to go out, I wouldn't want to eat. If you don't bring the food to me in the room and make sure I eat, I will not eat. Sometimes I'll tell them if they don't bath me, I will not I will not freshen up. If they don't lock the doors, I would just want to go out and walk naked. Like, I just had these crazy ideas. There was even a time I visited one of my neighbors' houses and there was a garbage truck coming. And when I heard the sound of the truck, I told my neighbor that, oh, the people, those bringing the garbage, they are bringing my food. I was referring to the refuse in the garbage truck as my food. So everybody knew there was something going on with me. So we began to move from church to church. We pray, I'll feel better. It was good, but my daddy felt I should get professional help. So one day we're just driving in the neighborhood, my dad, my mom, and me in the car, just looking for help. And my mommy told my daddy that she had seen a signboard of a psychological counseling service somewhere. She doesn't remember exactly where, but she has seen it in her mind because she has seen it frequently. And so we found the place, and my daddy decided to go inside and talk to the psychologist who was there. So while my mom and I were in the car waiting, I was just struggling. I wanted to just open the doors and run out. Even while my daddy was driving, my mommy had to restrain me because I attempted to open the door several times. I was just restless. So it was just becoming unbearable. And I remember my mommy just saying something like, I guess the day I gave birth to you, because she was just going, like, it was just too much. And I know she doesn't mean or didn't mean what she said, because now we're cool. So she didn't mean it, but it was very stressful for her. And the fact that I didn't even care made her know that there was something wrong with me, because for her to say that, I should have been offended or something, but I didn't even care. So while we were waiting, and the psychologist came to meet me in the car. One of her features is that she's strikingly beautiful, and she's tall. And so when I saw her, I felt a sense of peace and calmness, and she encouraged me and told me that there's hope for me. I told her, like, what I'm going through, there's no hope for me. I don't think I can get out of how I am feeling. And she invited us to her office and she told me about herself. She told me That same morning before we arrived, she had been crying because she had jumped from the top of her building some time ago and she fractured her knee, and so her knee, she has had surgeries, and her leg is straight. She can't bend her leg like this, like it's straight. And so meeting me has given her hope that, I don't know what she even saw in me, but I know she had seen a lot of cases like mine, and the people were fine later on. So she knew that, oh, my situation is not any different. And so she told me that now when she looks like back then, she wanted to really go and blast, like tell her gardener that why did she allow us to come in and all that. But after she spoke to me, she realized that I really needed help. And I told her that I was not happy about my previous psychologist, and she told me while we're doing the moving from church to church, we tried one psychiatrist, and I didn't really like him. We didn't have a relationship. And so she connected me to another psychologist whom I really like, whom I really love, and whom I really cherish. But it took a whole year for me to accept treatment, because even though I was going for the sessions, I was living in denial. I wasn't happy about the fact that I now had to take medication to function, and I couldn't be as normal as I thought I wanted to be, because to me back then, being normal was someone who didn't have to take medication to manage their mental health. So that is the end of my story. And my boyfriend didn't cheat on me. I know some people think, oh, he must have cheated, that's why this happened. But he didn't cheat on me. But the constant rejection is what drove me to feel that way and triggered the whole illness. And I do not resent him. I do not hold anything against him. We are actually on good terms. I do not talk to him, like I do not contact him. If he contacts me, I respond, but I do not contact him. For some time, I even had to block him for my own sanity and for my protection, because moving on was very difficult, and it wasn't like seeing him like on my WhatsApp or anything wasn't mentally healthy for me. But we met at a wedding last year. We spoke. We were at the reception together. We laughed and everything. We are okay. This whole crisis situation made me know that God is the only one who can turn everything out for your good. It was a nasty situation, but out of it, I've become stronger, become a mental health advocate. I'm writing my own book about my mental health journey, and most of the time, I sometimes wonder how would life have been like if I didn't have a mental health condition. I'm not saying I'm happy that I have it, but I have learned so much, and I hope you get encouraged by my story and you would not give up. You can be as strong as you want to be. And now I look for my validation and my affirmation from God. Every day I do some confessions. I tell myself I'm smart, I'm beautiful, I'm strong. I'm not going to wait for somebody to affirm me. Thank you so much for watching, and take care of your mental health. It's very, very important. Bye.